Good morning and welcome to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. The Australian share market is set to dip at the open. This follows on from losses on Wall Street and concerns about rising inflation in the US. US share markets did fall yesterday. That's as investors were worried that surging energy prices would fuel inflationary pressures and potentially derail the US economy. Traders also assess news reports that China's expanding its crackdown to include banks. Shares of JP Morgan Chase fell by 2.1% ahead of its third quarter earnings report on Wednesday. Southwest Airlines shares slipped 4.2% after data from FlightAware.com showed it had cancelled at least 30% of its scheduled flights on Sunday. The Dow Jones index fell by 250 points or 0.7%. The S&P 500 index also shed 0.7% and the Nasdaq index dropped 93 points or 0.6%. In local business news, over in New Zealand, Air New Zealand awarded international cargo flights through to March 2022. That's a further 5 months of support for cargo flights under an extension of the government's Maintaining International Air Connectivity scheme. This contract includes additional air freight capacity operating from the 1st of November through to the 31st of March 2022. The scheme has helped keep New Zealand connected to its global trade partners and to allow for essential international travel to continue while international borders remain effectively closed. This news comes after the New Zealand government announced that Auckland will remain under alert level 3 restrictions for at least another week. And the Plenty Group has recorded quarterly loan originations of $256.4 million. That's 140% above the prior corresponding period and 18% above the prior quarter, ending 30th of September. Record monthly loan originations of $95.5 million in September. That's up 159% above September last year. At that time, it represented a record month for loan originations. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more.
Hi, I'm Sage, and get ready to take the crypto ride with me on Kalkine TV. Watch the Crypto Buzz every Tuesday and join the excitement at Kalkine TV. From Bitcoins to NFTs to Dogecoin and DeFi, we have updates about everything around these digital currencies. Understand the investing rationale and the risks involved in the space with me, Sage, on Crypto Buzz. Keep watching Kalkine TV.
Welcome back to the Morning Outlook Report. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine Studios. Over in the US bond markets were closed yesterday due to the Columbus Day holiday. On Friday, the US 10-year Treasury yields rose by 4 points to near 4-month highs of 1.61%. And the US 2-year Treasury yield was up by 1 point to near 0.32%. European share markets were mixed yesterday. The Pan-European Stock 600 index fell by 0.1%, with travel and leisure shares down by 0.9%, while basic resources shares gained 3%. The German DAX index also eased 0.1%, but the UK FTSE index gained 0.7%. Shares of British banks, HSBC, Lloyds and the NatWest all rose over 2% after hawkish comments from the Bank of England officials, and that drove more bets on a November interest rate hike. In London trade, shares in Rio Tinto and BHP both advanced. Major currencies were mixed against the US dollar in European and US trade. The euro fell from highs near $1.15.85 to lows at $1.15.48 and was near $1.15.50 at the US close. The Aussie dollar rose from lows near to 73.15 US cents to close at 73.45 US cents. The Japanese yen eased from 112.64 yen per US dollar to 113.41. Global oil prices lifted by 1.5% yesterday, fueled by the rebound in global fuel demand that was also contributed to power and gas shortages in key economies such as China. The Brent crude price rose by $1.26 or 1.5% to $83.65 a barrel. That's after touching the highest level since October 2018. The US NYMEX crude price added $1.17 or 1.5% to near 7-year highs of $80.52 a barrel. Base metal prices mostly lifted yesterday. Aluminium jumped to the highest price since 2008 as a deepening power crisis squeezes supplies of the energy-intensive material. Zinc and copper also advanced, but nickel fell by 0.5%. The gold futures price fell by $1.70 an ounce, or 0.1%, to $1,755 an ounce. Spot gold was trading near $1,753 an ounce. Iron ore surged $11.90 or 9.5% to $130.95 a tonne. Now that was on expectations that some Chinese steelmakers will resume operations after achieving deeper than expected production cuts. That's all for the morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.